Okay, wonderful. So, and next week, Daniel and Brenda will work with you to basically review the whole stuff. And then the following week, we will have the exam. The exam will have two parts. Part number one is 25 questions, American questions. You can do them online. We'll open the things. You're going to Academy City and you just write the exam. You click it. Hopefully you'll finish it in 20 minutes. Okay, you should know the material very well. They will go over and they will prepare you next week. So that will be really good. And then there will be another session. Daniel and Brenda will go over that with you. I want to make sure that everyone that gets the certificate one will have on his computer, okay, a working system, okay? If you ask Daniel, you ask Brenda, you'll see they have a whole system working on their computer. As we get to certificate 2 and 3, moreover, you know how to update online, you know everything. So Academy City is about practical, being practical. To just know theory, that's, I leave it to the school. We want to be able to be productive. Actually, no, so they will work with you, don't worry. And if we need to change and make the exam a week later, we'll do that. Okay, I want everybody to be able to get to a good level to pass the exam in a high level. Okay, and you'll get all the help. I'm looking for students that willing to study. That's the main requirement to want to succeed. Everybody want to be successful, but not everybody does the effort to be successful. And I'm looking for the student that really willing to put the effort. So this is not an easy class, be honest, as you can tell. In a university, you probably will have to take like 3 courses for this kind of a course, but I'm aware to that. And that's why, you know, you have Brenda and Daniel every week, God willing, you know. When we started, we didn't have that. My son helped a little bit in the beginning, but now, thank God, we have a very good team in Uganda. There's also Mildred, there's also Michael, there's also Jeremiah. And you will see as you progress in certificate 2 and 3, you will see the real stuff that we're actually doing, you know, real applications. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start as if we're starting from scratch, the whole program. I'm going to share my screen, tell me if you see it. Okay, we're doing okay, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. And I'm going to open my PyCharm. Please, I hope everybody has PyCharm working perfect on your computer. And this is the program that this is the project. Within this project, the highlight is really the billings. I have other projects here, one that will talk about them. And but this is the main one that really summarizing everything. If I were you to start studying for the exam, and you know, don't just study for the exam, study for yourself. Study to know. You want to know, most important. And if you know, you definitely will pass the exam. It's look at the application to do. This is my favorite, really is my favorite. I think it's a good, this is like the beginning after, you know, a little Python, you know, a little databases, you know, a little JavaScript and HTML. We haven't emphasized. None of them you are expert, but at least you got the structure. So I'm going to close all my screens here. So we start as if we don't know anything. Okay, and that will be a very good review for you. And that's the way I will start. I will start with the to-do application. Let me run it. Okay, I'm clicking here. It's automatically, it's kind of building up its own server. And why do I like it? Why do I like the to-do application? Here it is, the second one. You might have it a little different, okay, because I added some stuff as we went along. But this one and this one, you definitely have those two. I click on to-do. First of all, it has a picture, and here I put the picture even on Amazon, but that's not the important. It's all the important things for this certificate. The important things about this certificate is the place. I have a place to enter data. I have a button. And then I also have a place in which it pulls data from a database and show it to me. So it's 80% of what all application has. We didn't focus on this one because honestly, that's easy. It looks like, wow, you can make that. How does it do you do that? You will say it's not a big deal. This is the logic of entering data, submitting, and viewing. It's the important things. In certificate 1, we mostly do it in Django style. Certificate 2, we learn more advanced way of doing it called Ajax, using Ajax, and more sophisticated, but this is a very, very good way to start. So let's review that one first, okay? Again, I have a place to enter data. Let's write here, Darlene. Darlene, I hope I'm not misspelling your name. I probably did. Did I do okay, Darlene?
No, that's not the spelling.
No, I never can spell anything right. What can I? Now, how about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I wanted you to talk, then I see your name come up on the Zoom. So I know how to spell. Okay. I want Darlene. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a place I'm entering data. What do we want from application? To be able that will go online through the internet, get to the database. But before I get to the database, it goes into our Django. From our Django, it goes to the view in the Django. The view reads this information, put it in the database. So when I click the submit, I'm sending this one over the internet. It's true it's on my computer, but it's really mimic, or it's kind of take the same logic as through the internet, and it's putting it into the database. And after that, it's automatically done that the same view read all the data from the database and show it to me here, meaning after this one went to the table, it's part of the table. When you read it from the table, it will show in the bottom right here. So when I click, see how many things happening. This is submitting. It sent the information. You see that information has been sent. Got to the view. The view took the data, put it in the database. Now it's in the table. It read it from the table and send it to here. And here it is. Darlene is right in the bottom. Okay? It only is everything you can look almost in a web page, a normal web page, and that's the objective of the course. Honestly, this is, if you know this one, you know 80% what I expect you to know, and that's a hell of a lot, by the way. It looks so simple, but it really isn't. And the beauty here, when you overcome this difficulty, it gets easier. It gets harder because we do more sophisticated stuff. But this one, it's sitting nicely in your mind. So I'm going to do the whole things again. Okay, fair enough. And this time I'm going to write here, Daniel Opio. Opio and Brenda have made me very happy today. They have the first time, and that is really when you get to really advanced life. They have made a plugin in Django by themselves. They studied the accounting. I just gave them a place I recorded myself one when I taught how to do accounting for merger and acquisitions. They have studied about themselves and they have done everything by themselves. That's really new. I was waiting for it so long, took a year and a half, but that made me very happy today. I hope all of you will make me happy. So I'm typing here something. So let's say I never studied, but I know some Django. How would I explore this application? I go into here, and I know that this application is the to-do. I open the to-do, and I need to learn the logic. The to-do must have, as all Django, have the URLs. The URLs will have usually the index or home. We call it index or home. This is the main page. This one, when I just click on to do, we open it again. There's two screens at the same time. This is the main application of the project. When I click to do, he wrote here to do, and he opened the main page of the to do application. How is that happen? Let's review that. Every project, that I might ask a question. Okay, where is the first place a comment come to the Django project? It comes to the project. This is the church project. It comes to here. And if I'm going to the to-do application, I must look, it comes to here. So after I clicked on the to-do, let me go back. Let's start even from here. The first is when there is nothing in here. When there is nothing in here, it means I went to the empty page. That's the empty page. Usually you put it after the admin. Okay. Truth of the matter, many times this one I put in the bottom. Okay. That's usually what I do, but it doesn't make, by the way, 99% of the time it doesn't make a difference. But usually you put the admin on the top and then your applications. And the first one is the main application. Okay. When it's empty here, it goes to the main application. Under the application, we have one of them is main. This is it. So when I'm right here, let's say I'm starting all over, just putting this one here, you get to here. Let me show it again. I will do a lot of things many times today. Don't worry about it. I will repeat myself 100 times. I click on this one, see what happened. I get to the main application. You see on the very top, there is nothing. It's always the first page. If, as you can see, when we get to certificate 2 and 3, I talk about multi-language, like in Academy City. If you look at Academy City, after academycity.org, there is the language English. I can change to French. You know, maybe one day you'll make me very happy and you'll make an application in Swahili. Why not? We can do that on Django. But basically, it's empty. When it's empty here, that's the main page. This is like I have Academy City, a name, but we don't have a name for this one. So we use 127.001.8000. That's like the name of the application. That's the main page. How do I know this is the main page? There is nothing after that. And since there is nothing after that, I'm getting to here. And what does it mean coming to here? When there's nothing here, it means I'm going to here. And what is it? It says project thread, application, apps, directory, application name, and the URL. So let's follow on. Threads, it's the project. Apps, it's the next one. And after that, we have the main. And after the main, we go to the URLs. There we go. This is the URLs. And again, he's looking for the empty one. Empty one, it's the home. And the home, take me to this one. And this one, show me the home page of the main application. Again, home, let's see what is the home. That's what the home, here is the home. This is the main page. This is the main page, and I will prove it. Okay, this is the main page. Let me delete the pencil. Let me delete and I will write review session. Okay, let me delete that one, and then you will see I was not lying. I will take the whole things, and I will write here. H1 is a big title. Review session. I just kind of jumped in the beginning, sorry about it. And I realized I really should do a review from the very beginning. Here we go, review session, but pay attention. This is the main application. We haven't got to my favorite application to do. We have the main. I go over it one more time. Believe me, I'm aware to the difficulty. That's why I review myself or repeat myself over and on. When I start, I will close it again. By the way, I will leave it here. So even if I close it, doesn't make a difference. Okay? I go into here. Control C, it works the server. See, when I do here, server start. I type Python manage one server. When I click here, you see it's always starting from the main application. I click on it. It gets me to here. How did it get me to here? Here is the process. Stage number one, it goes to the thread and it goes to this URL. Okay, let me close everything so you have a good recording. First things, it goes to this one. Okay, what is he looking for? An empty one. Well, here it's empty. How it's a regular expression, you can ignore it. It just means empty. When it's empty, it goes to this application. Which application it is? Threads, apps, main, and the URLs of the main. It goes there. And what is he looking for the first time? Empty. By the way, this is a similar way of finding the same things. I could have used the path, will work just the same. So you'll be aware. Some people, this style, this one, I use both of them. Empty. The head means dollar means. So it goes to the home view. What is the home view? Control B. And here is the view. What this view does, it really doesn't do much. It has a title underscore, subtitle underscore, and that's one I already have showed you many times. I'm transferring Django variables into here, but I destroyed it. I destroyed it because I went to this template, and where does this template exist? In the main application, it's how that works. I go to the main, we have templates. Under the templates, we have a main. Somebody close it. I think there's some noise. If somebody can close it, I push here that. I will mute everyone, but if somebody wants to talk, please do press on your microphone.
Doctor, we are not able to hear you. Doctor, we are not able to hear you.
Yeah, I muted myself. I'm using two computers. Sorry. Now you can hear me probably.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll say it again. When we got to the home, I defined two variables. Be comfortable. Don't be afraid. Play with it. So you make errors. So what? You study from errors. You saw how many errors I made last week. So what? That's the way you learn. So I have 2 Python variables and I have a template. All views are like that. And if you remember last week, I said, I like the function style. I always use functions. I don't like the views. They seems like saving time, but they really aren't. They make you complicated. This is really straightforward. Very simple. You always have the render function. The render function always had the request as it is, and you don't need to think about it. Here you put the template, and here you put a dictionary. You're transferring variables to the template. In the main application, I transfer 2 variables. Let's see if I use them now, because I deleted everything. In here, okay, we have the main. I go to the main in the template by P. Please pay attention. After every application, we always make a template directory. Under that, we always make another directory under which we put all the templates. That's the way we work. Which template I'm looking for? Home. Here is the template. Okay? Here's the time. You say I deleted everything. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing. It's right what I see here, review session. That's really the link. He's sending me this page and I see this, but, and I will review that one too. It's so important. It's a good time. And then I will come to the to-do application, which is my favorite. And then we'll review the billings application. By the way, as you see, this is not really HTML. That's not HTML. Honestly, people spending like 4 or 5 sessions on teaching this one, but we're counting on you, and that's why you have Daniel and Brenda and Mildred and all the team helping you. This is called extensions. This is not really the page. If you see, if I delete this one, see what's left. I'm deleting this one. Refresh. Yeah, this is, I got something else here. And I still see the left side. I see the top side. That means there is something more into this than just, let's delete this one, by the way. This one is the title. Okay, see the title? Let's look at the top. Look here, Laura is an excellent student. You see here on the top, that's what the title. If I delete that one too, but there's almost nothing here. Still, if I refresh the page, refresh, oh, this is gone, and I have a main, it says main. This one's still there, this one's still there. That means that we really designed, this is very smart. This is have so much into this one. That's called extensions of template. We made a template, and after we make a basic template, we're extending them. So let's put back. After I have this one, see that control, let me open that one at the same time. And this one, you see there is nothing before it. That means it's probably on the main, in the templates, not in the main, but here, here it is. I double click on it. Then here we go. Oh, there's some stuff here. But again, even this one, it's based on something else. So let's open this one. Where is this one? Where is base? I don't see base here. There's no base here. There is no base here under the template. So there must be another place, and you must know that. That's the objective of certificate 1. Let me close this one. Go down, there's templates for the project. These are templates for all the applications. All the application can access it. So that's why I can access that one. The base is right here. Here it is. Let's double click on it. Wow, this one is already a full HTML. We did not work on all that. I will be unfair to you. You will see certificate 2 and 3 will go dive into it more and more. But one thing, this is HTML. You can tell this is HTML. You have a header. And see, even the header we did in a smart way. There's some stuff I didn't go for that is now. There is meta, there's links, a lot of things. But one thing I could have told you, I made a block right in here. And if you see there is, it says base. You see that? It says base. When I built the base main, I changed it. This one, when I put this one, it's extending this one. This one extending this one. Meaning, see, how do I know this is extending? Because that's what I did. Extends base. So I said, okay, use this one as my template. But going to here, if you see a segment, if you see a block that says title, I want you to replace it. What do I want you to replace it with? This one. In other words, I don't want you to put here a base. I want you to put here this one. Everybody got it? So this one is really replacing this one. Now, when I go to the home, and this one is trying to extend, but I didn't really extend anything. So for this one, the title must be main. It will not be a base. I'll play with it in a second. Okay, so that's why I see a main here. If I wanted to see a base here, how can I make it to see a base here? Very simple. Simply, this one that extending this one, see this is says base. If I remove this part, here I delete it. See, I'm not afraid. See what happened? Look at the top. It's going to say base now. Fresh. Oh, beautiful base. Why is it base? Because look at the logic. This one is extending this one, the base main, but it doesn't do any change. This one extending this one. This one extending this one. But it doesn't change the title. If it doesn't change the title, means this is going to be the title. But then that's what we got. That's why it says the base. But if I go here and replace, put it back, I am replacing now the title to say main, because this one replacing the title in this one. It's really beautiful. All our designs in Academy City are built on this architecture. It's have proven itself and really based on what we call best practice. That's what recommended in Django to do. Okay, so now if I refresh, this is going to change to main. Let's refresh. You will see it says main because I override the block. That's what I want you to know. If you know this one, it's not too much for certificate 1 to be able to understand all of that. We will have time, don't worry. Certificate 2 and 3, and you'll get an expert. But this is important for me, the logic of a block. Okay, now let's go and see. Here I override this one, but hold a second, what happened here? Let's do it again, put it back. Now I am overriding, this one is overriding this one, which is overriding this one. Therefore, what's going to happen here? Whatever I put here as a title, but where title came from? That's one more thing. And that's a very good review. We're reviewing everything. Remember, this template home was called or rendered by this view. And this template, I transferred to it 2 variables. Those are the variables in Python. I convert the title underscore to title, meaning title is Laura is an excellent student. Okay, and here we go. So that means is going to take here the title, whatever I wrote, Laura, and make that to be the title. Let's change it. Let's see it, and then I will change it. Let's review now. Again, you see the title? Is an excellent student. I can change it. Okay? Maybe it's too long. If I said this is too long, I can write like that. That will be, I will write it like this. Could be easy to see the whole title, otherwise. Excellent. Excellent law. Okay. Now what will I see? It will say here, it should say excellent law. Let's see, refresh. Bingo. So we understood a lot. We already have reviewed a hell of a lot. We understand defining variables. In Python. We understand that we can transfer variables into the template. We understand that the template can override blocks of the template it's extending. So it's extending the base man and it replaces this one. How do I replace it? Just doing the same things and putting something in. We learn a little bit about Jinja language. We take the variable we transfer from Python and we put it right there. And this one is overriding this one, which overriding this one. I have already done a hell of a lot of review. Let's move on to other things. Let me put the other stuff that I deleted here. This one, it's another block. This block is the body. And the block of the body, where does it go? We design it in such a way that this segment is the body. I'll go over it. I will not test you about it. I might ask a simple question, but that's not the objective of this course. That's why we have another session, a certificate. If we look at the base and we scroll down, you in every HTML, by the way, this one I do require that you do know. Every HTML start with HTML has a segment called a head and a segment called a body. That's the whole HTML. Inside, you can make a lot of things. You can put a hell of a lot of stuff, but HTML has two major parts. Start with HTML, end up with HTML. We have a head and we have a body. Usually in the head, we put a lot of links. We put libraries, and that's we'll talk about it a lot in the next certificate. We learn these ones. How do we do that? That's certificate 2 mostly. Style sheets, HTML, JavaScript, all of that we learn certificate 2. Okay, but we have the head. One of the things that we do put in the head, it's the title. That's the only things I want you to know this time in this certificate. Okay, and we know how to override it. That's one thing. In the body, there's a lot of things. In the body, there's a lot of things. Okay, I will ignore all of them for now. Okay, but I will talk about the 2 blocks that I do want you to know about them. One block, let me find them. Should have the body. Here we go. We have 2 blocks. This part, okay, that's I want you to know in certificate 1. This is inside the body of the HTML. There's 2 blocks here and 3rd block, sorry, but they are similar. See, they are empty. I didn't put anything in there. And scroll down, and there's another block. See that? 2 blocks. This is the body. Whatever we put here, by the way, goes into here in this area. You say, welcome to Cert project. It's exactly what's written here. Let's go up. There's another block, where is it? And here. That's the only things I want you to remember. We will dive into it more and more in the structure, and you will know it by heart. Take my word for it. You can ask Daniel and Mildred. They know it by heart by now. Okay? But just remember, we did it in a smart way in Academy City. We prepared it for you. It's something that this one belongs or in charge of making sure of this part. If you see in the very end, it says log off. See, it says log off. This is right in here. This is it. The rest is empty. So somebody else does the work. I'm going to help you, okay? So it will be clear. I'm going to delete the whole things here. See, I'm going to delete the whole things here. I want you to get to this level. Don't be afraid to delete. So now what's going to happen? And hold a second. I don't know if I have here something. No, I don't. Good. Let me delete the whole things here too. I want to delete everything. Okay, I just leave the title. Here I deleted everything. Here I deleted everything. Meaning I'm really getting this one. And this one don't have anything here. There's nothing in these blocks. I have only the log off. And here in the body, I have only this one. And you know what? Let's delete this one too, because we have nothing. So let's see how the page will look like now. Refresh. Boom. Nothing on the top beside this one. Nothing in the body. This one, already, we'll talk about it some other time. And the truth of the matter, the reason I'm not talking about it too much, because this is not really the way you use it anymore. And we'll learn more sophisticated way to do it. But if you want to play with it, then you can, when you get certificate 2 and 3, you will learn how you can build it up so easily. And that has to do with the other code on the top there, okay? I'm not really want to waste my time or your time in certificate 1 to learn this one. We do it more sophisticated than that, okay? In a different way. But this is a classy website. But what important for me is to understand this is empty and this is empty. If I put something in here, that means I want this one to be typed right in the middle of the body, right in here. So let's see, refresh. Here we go. If I want to override this part, if I want to override this part alone, I can do it in 2 places. I can do it here, or I can do it here. Let's see if I can do it here. Control Z. It's kind of skipping. You see, black body. And here it has a black body. Here I didn't do any change. So it's okay. I don't have to. I put it in the hole. Let's see now, refresh. Let's refresh again. Yeah, beautiful. You see, it replaced that part. So anything I want to put in this part, I put in the black body. Good. I hope everybody is happy. Okay. Now, let's say more stuff that we can do. This one we said this is the body. Let's go and look at the top part. The top part, there's 2 elements. If you see, there is one we designed for the application, and one, this is ready for the page. So everything we want to put for application on the top part, on here, we put it right here. If it's in the application level. If we want in the page level, we put it here. What do I mean by that? By the way, as you can tell, we have something, this is, you will learn, and it might be Brenda, Daniel, go over the list, show them how we make a list, but this is a special list, and we use some bootstrap. It's not the topic of certificate 1, but this is allow me to make a menu on the top. This is the menu. The menu as of now has only one button, the log off. You see it says log off here? That's really what it is here. It's right here. So it doesn't matter. This will be always there. It doesn't matter which application I go to. Doesn't matter anything. It's always will be there. That's why we put it here. But if we are in the mail application, we might want to have a menu here. So if we are in the mail application, we want to override this part. That's why when we go to the best menu, see, I will do again, I'll put it back. Look at that. This is exactly replacing this section. So it's really putting all of those buttons go right before the log off. Let's refresh it. Refresh it. Bingo, all of those right there. I don't want any one of those. Let's say I don't want a game store. I don't want to work on it. I don't want anybody even to know about it. I just go here, game stop, delete it. I don't want anybody to access it. I deleted it. It's gone. So anything's in the level of the base, of the main base, okay, we can control here. Fair enough? This is really the important element that we have here. Beautiful. So, I'm sorry. Okay, let me put it back just for, but that was for demonstration. By the way, if I want only to leave the to do, okay, we can delete those three. And then I'll have only two buttons. Here we go. By the way, billings to do, that's it. You can go to the billing application. I can go to the to-do application and, okay, that's it. If that's what I wanted, but this is what we were learning, how we extend. We can have more application. We can add them to by the way, this is really a cool application. Certificate 2, I will go over it a little bit with you. This is really cool, okay? We'll play with it a little bit. If you go here, draw, okay, this is a really cool one. You can, if I recall, you can add, let's say, emos. You can make a little application. It's pretty cool. Now I can start painting, can change colors. That's pretty cool. I will learn it a little bit in certificate 2, how you do that kind of things. It's very easy, by the way. It looks hard. Believe me, it's easier than the stuff you're learning in this certificate. You can change other, okay, different colors, okay. And God willing, one day you will I'll teach you how you communicate between computers and a lot of beautiful stuff. But this is just a cool mini application, not for certificate 1, but it's not really that far away to get to that level. That's why I'm emphasizing the important things for certificate 1. Learn these blocks. Later on, you can add more applications, as many as you want. This is another application altogether. There's another application. So this is why we call it app toolbar. I can add more applications. Beautiful. And that's in the basement. Now we go back to the home, which is the home for the to-do application. Okay, for the main application. So, and we have a review session. Now I should be just fine. And by the way, in here, that's what we're seeing. Let's go here. Refresh. Since I didn't add anything here, the only things I override, it's the body and it says review. It doesn't say base anymore. Okay, so that's the structure of the architectures of all applications. Must know it very well. It will repeat itself so many times. And honestly, many places that they teach Python, JavaScript, they don't teach structure. And from my experience in life, structure is the most important things before you do anything. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we had here. Let me put back. This one, by the way, that's what we had before. The only reason I put it back because now it's have a different title. It says really main page, okay? And here I put some button, and did I put a button? Yes, this is a button. And the button has a picture of a pencil, okay? And Daniel and Brenda will go over that one a little bit, but that's not them. And they will go over that one, how you make an image with you next week, okay? And they will like give them something to go over with you, okay? There's 2 ways to put images and they will go over that with you next week. This one is an image that we have in the man, I put it back, if you notice in this part, now we'll have the image. When I refresh, I got the pencil. Pencil is a picture. And the picture, the way we put a picture is by, this is really what it requires. But where does he know where to find the picture? So that's why we work very organized, and Brenda and Daniel will go over that. And next semester, I'll go over it more and more. And next week, I ask them to teach you how to do that in 2 ways. If you go into the static, there's another directory called static. And under the static, you see the name man. And under the man, we put the pencil picture right in here. Man, pencil. Anybody see pencil? Pencil, pencil, pencil. Yeah, here it is. By the way, this is it. JPEG, yeah. Double click, bingo. This is the picture. If I want to put it on the page, that's all what I need to do, and that's the way you will do it. If I want to make it small or big, hide the width of the pencil, let's make it wider. It will change the width. And we'll play with it, don't worry. And you have a lot of time. Here we go, let's see if it's get wider. Yeah, it got wider. You see, I can play with it. Okay, that's detail. That's not the important stuff, okay? By the way, if I take this one and put nothing, I won't see the pencil. I won't see the pencil. See what I see? Let's refresh. Now the it says my image. See that? Why did he write my image? Because that's what I wrote in the alt. But you will learn it one day. I can write here pencil. Is that right? And that's what he will write, because he couldn't find the image. If he doesn't find an image, he will just write whatever I tell him to write. But this is HTML. And there's endless. And over time, you'll learn more and more. And that's after 2 or 3 years, you'll be expert, and people will be willing to pay you so much money because you know a hell of a lot. But this is the structure. We will learn. This one is the important things for me. If I want to put a picture, I use the image, take a source, and the image, we always put it in an organized way. We put it under the static. We give a name of the application because it's part of the application man. And under that, we put all the images. If I wanted to use a different image, let's use a different image. See what this one is. Which one? Oh, this is a cool one. I want to replace that with a different image. It will be so easy. Rename. I can't really type, so I always do that. Cancel. And I want to replace it. I don't want a pencil to be there. I want a different picture. See how easy it is. Okay? Now let's see which pictures do I see now. Refresh. Hey, see that? It doesn't look good. Probably. It shouldn't be 250. Let's make it 240 would be look much better. And certificate two will spend more time on that. Okay? But for now, at least, you know, you can put a nice picture. You can put several pictures. By the way, you can put another picture. I want to put another picture just for fun. And I don't want this one. If I click on it, it's going to do something. This one is going to do something. I want an image that if I click on it, it will not do anything. So I put it outside, putting it here. Okay? Outside. And let's put this one. Let's put a different image. Let's see which ones do we have here. What is this one? This is the stock market. Yeah, this is cool. That's a main one I can spell. That would be easy for me. And one. Okay. Now we'll have two images. Two images. Yep. Hey, it didn't like me. Why it didn't like me? Anybody can help me? Did I misspell it? Yes. It should be JPEG. I misspelled. This is a JPEG. No, it has an E there. That's why I need Daniel. He's always fixing my errors. Okay, I go there, refresh. Nice. See, if I click on this one, nothing happened. See, nothing. But this one, if I click, see what happened? It opened a new page. And it showed me Academy City page. Pretty cool. So this one not only has an image, and see the mouse changed to enhance. Here, the mouse stay in arrow. When I click on this one, nothing happened. When I click on this one, does something happen. Why here it does something happen? Because we put the image inside a button. This is really invisible button. And that tells him if somebody click on you, take them to the homepage of Academy City. This is really the address of Academy City. And this one only, what this one tell him, go and open it in a new page. That's why you put a tag blank. Don't worry. This one, it's not important for me. This one is important for me. This one you will learn your sins. Next certificate, we'll talk about it and we'll do a lot of those examples. I always like to open a new page, most of the time, not always. And this one, this is important. This is the way I go to another page. And the class is less important, just making it a kind of a link, okay? But A means a link. That's, I do want you to know. A means a link. I can put an image. By the way, I can take the image out of here and just say, go to Academy City. And now see what will happen. Refresh, refresh, and it just says the word, go to Academy City. You see the pencil, the cursor have changed to an hand. I don't have an image, but it will do the same things. It will go to Academy City. But many times it's much nicer, an image is much nicer. Sometimes we do it this way. Sometimes we do it in an image. And those two, you already know how you can do. Let me put it back. And now I have image representing the link instead of just the whatever I typed in. I think this is an excellent review of stage number 1, structure. Okay, and here we talked about the main application. We talked about the base. Here we talked about that this one is extending this one, and in here we really put the whole menu. Okay. And now we're ready to go and continue with the to-do application. This is step number 1 for today. Okay, I'm going to go to the to-do application. Questions, guys, before I continue? Don't be afraid. And if you don't understand something, don't panic. It's hard for first time. It's a hell of a lot. You know, eventually, certificate 1 is always the hardest in any topic you learn. And eventually, when you get to certificate 3, you realize this is the easiest one. It really is. And you will find it out soon. Okay? That's step number 1 in the review. I'm going to go to step number 2, my favorite application, known as to-do application. Okay. Let's go to the to-do. When I click here, hey, by the way, when I click here, what this one does, this one you must know. I'm going to go over it. All of those were added in the main. They're right here, right here. And see, they have very similar logic. If you see, very similar. Let's go into the to-do because I'm going to go over that one now. Later on, I will go over the billings, and you will see they are very similar. Many times, as you know me by now, if I want to add another application, just copy this one and change it slightly. So what I'm doing here, when I click on the to-do, this is what it says here, to-do. By the way, could I put an image here? The answer is definitely yes. I can make an image there. You can do anything you want. You can make it beautiful, by the way. That's what Jeremiah became to be expert. He's getting there. You can turn everything to be images here. You don't have to have word like we did an image here. You can make an image here. But you see how the things are revolving under the same logic. And we'll do it in the future. I never really done it in the menu, but very easy. You can just change this one the way we did with the image before. But this is the important part. And this one, I won't forgive you if you don't know. This one starts to be known for you. Please pay attention to the structure. It says href. If I click on this link, I want you to go to this application. You should find an application to do. By the way, if there is no application here, he's going to complain. He's going to complain. Let me do it this way. Let me just destroy it. I will write _Amos. There's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. He's going to complain. Let me refresh. Oh, I got an error. To do Amos is not a registered namespace. There's no application like that. He was expecting that that will be a name of application. So if you might sometimes get this annoying message error and you get scared. Oh my God, how do I fix it? Don't get scared. Look at it. It says namespace means it doesn't know there's no application. You might have misspelled something. Here I just wrote Amos, but maybe I misspelled it, and that could be my error. And then you, over time, you find easy way and you be expert on finding errors. So I'm fixing it. How does it know? How does it know that I made a mistake? Because when it's looking at this one, when it's checking first things, and I'm reviewing one more things. When we're making applications, every applications have to be registered. I'm making a pause and highlighting a very important things. Next semester, we talk about it even more. We build up more applications from scratch, and we give you to build them up. He is looking in this file called setting in the base. In the base, there is a segment here. Installed applications. All the applications must be registered here. Here we go. Here is all our applications. If to do is checking if what you wrote here, I can close this one. Is checking if you wrote the name here you wrote, is it registered to do? So it's checking in this file, in the installed applications. It's trying to find whatever you wrote. Oh, I found to do. Good. I know which one you're referring to. You're referring really to the application to do. You want me to go here. I understand. Okay? By the way, if I write here, I misspell it. I write here, I don't know, Q by mistake. Okay? I get an error. I must get an error. He doesn't like me. You see that? Module not found, error. No module name, thread apps to do. I can find it. Meaning I misspelled here the to do. That's why it gave me an error. But when you go here, you will not go back. I will give you an error here. Nothing. It doesn't give you anything. The reason is it's so annoying. That little Q make a terrible, get you scared. Don't get scared. Sometimes it's a very simple error. That's the whole error. Now everything will be just beautiful. See? I got back here. I just got that one. I go here, refresh, everything will work just fine. So it's very important. Every application must be registered here. In later version, I will show you how I do it. I break it to two pieces. I break to type of applications. That's why we have certificate 2 and 3. Okay? And we get really sophisticated. And today, in the end, I will show you some stuff that really, maybe I will even give Brenda to show what she and Daniel have done. And they showed me that today. I was very impressed, amazingly impressed. Okay? So it has to be registered here. That's what only things I want, certificate 1. I don't want you to know anything here. Okay. The truth of the matter, there is also the database link, but I don't really want, not for, okay, only if there will be a questions, we will get some questions for you for the review, so you learn them, multiple choices. This is important that you know in the settings, in the base, every application has to be registered. That's what I do require, you know, that's it. Okay. We'll get to the other things, don't worry. We'll, okay. Now, if I want to go to the specific application, here is a link. And this one I do require that you know. In the link, we put in href. And that becomes to be easy. Okay. I don't really even ask you to know it's active. What do I mean? I'm not going to ask you write it, but if I show that to you, you will understand. For example, if I say, here is a button, where is that going to take me? That's kind. So I call it passive knowledge, but honestly, many times I don't remember. So passive knowledge is a good knowledge because when I see it, I can understand it. But sometimes it's hard for me to remember how should I write it. So what I do, I go to another place I did it and I copy for myself. That's okay. So when I copy, I always start with the lean. I know that this one will make it as it should be. And then that's the important. I copy everything. But this one, I need to understand. And that's the only things I want you to understand. When you write it this way, it means when somebody click on the word to do, you want them to go to the to-do application. That's stage number one. You want them to go to the to-do application. Where is the to-do application? No problem. Here is to-do application. In the to-do application, I want you to go to the link index in the URLs page. One more time. In the to-do application, I want you to go to the link index in the URLs file. Where is the URLs file? Right here. It's plural here, but we write it as a singular here. Your, and here we use S because we can have many links. But that's what it means. Go. What this one says, go to the to-do application, to the link index, and I'm going to show you the link index. You will find it here. So here we go. I go inside here, and here is the index. By the way, it goes by the name. I usually like to keep them the same name. I always try to keep the same things, but this is what he's looking for, the name. By the way, I could change it. This one I can write index Amos and change it here and change it here. Amos annual war. That's fine. It doesn't have to be because it goes by the name. But I usually like to keep that so I don't get confused. There's too much to remember. And that will be, it's really smart to keep it the same name. Try to keep always, you see, draw, member, index. But Django really looking for this one. Okay, one more time. It's so important. This one I do require, you know, a link. This one, it's not important to know the class because the class just makes it look like a link. I don't care. This one, the only things that I do care. And the way we do it, and when you see something like that, you understand when somebody click on the to do, it's going to go to the application to do. It's going to go to the URLs of the application to do. And it's going to go to the link index inside this file. Okay, what does it mean to go to here? That means go to this view. And the view is defined in the views file. Here is the views file. And the easy Django have done it nicely. When I do control, hold the control down, click on the B, it will take me right to the that place. Everybody got it? Everybody happy? Now I'm here. Okay, what do I get? By the way, this one I did it for you so you can really see the logic. So let's do it and follow up. I will leave those images just for fun. I'm clicking on to do. By the way, when you put the mouse here, look at the bottom here. Look at the bottom here. It will show the slash to do. I click on it, it does adding the to do. See that? It's adding the to do. Why did it? If you go here again and you go to the US of the projects, here's it's empty, it goes to the main. But if you go to the to do, when he goes there, he is really adding the to do automatically there for you. That's really what it means. Okay, it does it automatically for you. So writing this beautiful way, does the work for you. You don't really care. Let Django handle it. Over time, you will really understand exactly how it works. And we will learn even how to edit to the database, blah, 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 and a lot of beautiful things. For now, don't kill yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Too much, okay? Just remember that one, passive knowledge. I don't ask you to write it yourself, but if I show it to you, you understand it. That's a different level of knowledge. Certificate 3, you will know it by heart. Take my word for it. Okay? Beautiful. Now we got to finally to the application to do. In the application to do, we go to the, let me close those stuff. I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one anymore. And I don't need that one anymore. Maybe I will need it, but for now I want to focus on this one. Okay. And this one, the main. So I don't need that one either. I need this one. This one took me to the index. The index is taking me to here. And this one is doing some printing. Really not necessary, by the way, nothing will happen. Here, this one is just printing, nothing will happen. I will put it back in a second and I'll show you why. But the truth of the matter, I'm coming to here. This one, a structure of a function of a view. What is the structure? Let's ignore this one for now. Okay, I'm going to ignore this one. I'm going to delete this one too. Hey, see how simple it is. By the way, you know what? What the hell? I'll delete everything. And I'll get back step by step. This is my favorite. Honestly, this is my favorite function. In the whole things I'm teaching, and I'm teaching much more sophisticated than that, much more. But this is crucial. Please follow the next 5-10 minutes of what I'm going to do. 10 or maybe 15 minutes. I will dedicate the time for it. Okay? That's so important. What did I do? You know what? I'm even going to delete this one too. This is like, I call it a naked template. I have an index template in the to-do application. What does it mean? Very simple. Under the to-do, we're always expecting under every application to have a directory called templates. Under the templates, I'm supposed to find this template. And I do. Here we go. I have the to-do, sorry. Under the template, I should have a directory by the same name of the application. And under that, I'm supposed to find the index. Yes, it's right in the right place. What do I have inside? I'm going to delete everything. Everything. You know what? What the heck? I delete everything. You see? Everything. I just put an empty body. Nothing. But is inheriting from the base to do, meaning it's extending this one, so it's really extending this one. And you know what? What the heck? Let's delete this one also. The whole thing. So now we have an index which do nothing. By the way, let's delete it in this one. What the heck? Nothing. I'm sorry. Nothing. I have nothing. So the only things I am extending the base and the base. I deleted everything extending the base. This one we already know. We already know. If I go here now, I refresh. I got nothing. Not nothing. Welcome to the Cert project. Why is that? Looks familiar. Very simple. It must be here. Because here we didn't put anything. Here we didn't put anything. Here we didn't put anything. So it must be in this base. Let's go back to the base. We remember the base is right in this template of the project. Remember the project itself has a template directory. What is it? Here we go. Double click. And we know if we scroll down, here it is. That's what we see. Make sense? That's easy. Now everything's making sense. Let's go back now step by step. We want to override this one. We don't like this one. Okay? So let's go here. Let's go to the base to do. Control Z, put it back. Oh, here we go. What did we do? We changed the title. We want it to say to do. Let's see. Look at the top. It's a basic now. Base. We want to change that. What changed that one? That will be this one. What else? We want also to add to the buttons on the toolbar in the level of the application, which is the to do. We want another button to say main, meaning this one come to add the word main here. When I click on it, it will take me to the main application. That's the objective of this part. Start making a little sense. Again, this one already got to be easy. It's the same link. Oh, very similar, same class. Just have the main. And inside the same structure. When I click on the main, going to take me to the main application and to the home link in that URLs. Okay, that's one we already understand. And don't do anything else. By the way, by putting this one empty, I'm not doing anything. So I'm only doing two things in this level. I'm only changing the title and I'm adding a button. By the way, since this one, it's extending this one, that's the only two things will be added. The title will change and a button will be added. Let's see if I was right. I want to see another button here and I want to see the title changing. Refresh, bingo, that changed to do, and here is another button. Beautiful. Now, but that's not. This is just general stuff that I want to the application of to do. That's why we put this one under the application to do in the templates. We put that one here. And inside the to do, all the templates always extending this one. So I get the whole thing is always will be there, unless I even change those in here. So let's see what we did here now. Let's do refresh, Control Z again, put it back. This one, whatever I put here, is going to change. It's going to put it in the body. This is empty. But whatever is in here, going to go into the base. So I will see it there. Here we go. If I do only this one, I only will see a picture. Let's see if I was right. Refresh. Here we go. I get only the picture. It's beautiful. It's like a pieces. It's like a puzzle. Now I have only the picture, but that's not the only things I want. I want more than that. Oh, hold a second. We have a picture. This is the part that deals with the picture. And this is the part that deals with the form. The form, by the way, there is three parts really. There's a form, there's a space, and there is a block here. Okay? We went over that when we studied. I'm doing a review, a really thorough review. Okay? So this part, we put the image, and we have a form, and we have the table. Let's see if I deleted other things now. Let me just break this one to two, so it'll be clear. I'm going to just delete this part. So you can see the difference between the two parts. Okay, this is the image. I delete that one too. And we have only the form. So what is this one? Let's refresh. By the way, do it. Don't be afraid. So what the hell? You see, this one is only the place I can type in something and the button. This is the middle part. Control Z. I'm putting the image on the top. Refresh. Now I have the image on the top. That looks nice. It doesn't do anything besides just, this is, by the way, the pictures of Django. Okay. But that's not the only things. I want also to put a list here. That's the third part. This is it, this part, not this one, sorry. By the way, this is just making a little space between those two segments. By the way, if I delete this one, okay, I would have only the list here. Let's see, fresh. Yeah, I got an error. I screwed up something. What did I screw up? Screwed up something. Yeah, I know what. I'll show you in a minute. Because I didn't transfer. I deleted the view. In the view, I deleted what needs to transfer the, that's why we don't see anything. I will do it again, okay, later on, okay? But this is basically the list in the bottom, okay? I will review that in a second. But I'm not transferring the items. I'm not transferring the items, so I cannot do anything. You know, so you will believe me, I'll just put something stupid here. Stupid is just like my name. I put my name. So you believe me, it's really this part. So if I refresh, I won't see the list because I'm not transferring the list. It will say Amos here, but we don't really care about Amos. We're going to remove it, and you will see we'll come back to that. Okay? Okay. Now we understood the structure of the template. We understood the view. We want to understand that one now. We now transferred really a template. We're not transferring any variable to it. And let's do Control Z and put back stuff. Stage number one. What this one does, we have a table called item. And this way we're taking all the record from the table, all the rows in the table. And we define them in Python as items underscore. And then we're transferring them to Jinja as the name items with no underscore. And this one goes to the template. Inside the template, we are using it. Now, this part will make sense. I'm going to delete those two, so we focus on this one only. So you see, I didn't lie. Now, we know what items is. We're making a loop, and we're adding rows. By the way, TR, it's a row of a table. That's a little HTML. But it's making one row for every record in that table. We went over that in the classes. So let me see if I'm lying. I don't want to see the image. I don't want to see that. I just want to see the list. Push. Hey, bingo, I'm seeing all the lists. Beautiful. So this list is really, this list is this part. But this part can be done only if I transfer this variable called items. Items come from the views, and the views use the database. Python is a very beautiful structure. It's allowed me to read all the rows from the table and transfer it to the template. And from the template, I can play with it, make a table, beautiful table. By the way, you can design it nicely. You will see that's what Jeremiah, okay, Daniel, Brenda, all of them are getting better and better and making it look nice. Here, I didn't really focus so it will look nice. I just wanted to see, it's like, it has some styling. And when we get next certificate, we'll talk about it more. But the bottom line is making a table. That's really what the important was here, to get a little template. So see, Darlene, I just put it today. Okay, see October 27. So this is the part that make it. So let's put the other stuff there back. Okay, this will put back the image, and that will put the form. Let's refresh it. Here is the image back, and here is the form. The form has a very important function. I can type something, I click submit, but now if I do that, it's not going to work. Why is it not going to work? I want you to know. You must know why it's not going to work. Because the view, I destroyed the view. There's missing. I get to the view. When I click submit, it would come to here, but it doesn't do anything. The only things it does, it read the records from the table and put it in the index. That's it. I need the mechanism. I need the mechanism that handle reading whatever the user is putting here, take it and put it in the database. And that's what does it. That's what does it. And how does it do it? Django is such a beautiful framework. Inside the request, it automatically makes it like a magic. And he knows when you click the submit, it turns to be a post. And I told you when we studied it, if you look at the index and you look at here, the method in the form is a post. So when I click on the submit, is telling Django, go, because I didn't put anything here, is going to the same view. The same view that gave me this template in the first place. So it's going back there, but this time I tell him the method is post. And if the method is post, then what I want you to do, you can get whatever the user has typed in here. It gets whatever he typed, the user typed, and he put it in the database. This one, look at that video, is creating a new row inside. And that will work. Everything is perfect now. And then I'm going to do one more thing. Okay? Refresh. I'm going to write here Amos. Last example. In to do. I'm going to click. Bingo. Do I see it in the bottom? Oh, yes. Who did it? Look at the beauty. I click submit. Whatever I typed here came to here. The method is post. This function read, oh, it's post. Then I need to do something. Let's read what was typed. What was typed? Whatever was typed, I'm going to make a new record. That's why I use create. We will learn next semester get or create. We'll learn other abilities to do things, but for now, we just use create, and whatever typed in, put it in the text. By the way, if you look at this table, the definition we did, we have a text field, and in this column, I'm putting that information. By the way, and with that, I will finish. I just put here something for you. It doesn't really do anything besides typing here stuff. So I want to show you the process, what we went and did it once, but this is a review. I'm going to refresh. I don't want it to, I'm going to restart it from scratch. Okay, going to the to-do and see what happened. When I got in, it went into here, and look what it typed here. You see there is lines, line, get, line, line. This one is a line. You learn it in the Python class. I can put it 50 times dash. So here you have 50 dashes. I did it twice. By the way, if you want to prove that I'm not lying to you, I'll put an equal sign. And I put here also equal sign. Okay. And here it tells me which method was it. It was a get. I will refresh it again, by the way. Go again. And go to the to do. Let me close this one. Go to the to do. By this time, you'll see it will be different. You see, one dash, double dash, equal dash. Because I just changed it here so I can see it. And I wanted you to pay attention that the first time when I got here, the method is get. So I don't really need, this is really was just for education. And if the method is get, this one is not going to happen. So it's jumping on this part. And the only things is just reading the data and show it to me. And that's really what it does the first time. When I'm typing something here, Amos, and that's like my wife name, Sigal. Okay. Now, when I click submit, see what happened. First of all, I see Sigal here. Already what happened, let's see behind the scene. See the beauty. The beauty here, the method now, it's a post. You see, the method is a post. If the method is a post, it's doing this stuff. And what is it doing? First of all, it's reading what text is. And I'm putting the text that is reading, I'm printing it for you. So it really is. It says, I type Sigal. Do that. This is a good way for yourself to understand very well what it does. And then is putting it into the database. This one, putting the word Sigal into the table. And then finally, is reading everything. Okay? Is reading everything and showing to me. How does it show it? Transfer it, and we went over that before. That's concluding part 2 of the review. How you guys doing? Everybody still alive? Hello, guys. Megan, let me see you guys.
Hello, doctor.
You doing good? How about you, Liam? Let me see you. I hope I didn't kill anybody. I'm going to kill you, but I want to make sure that you not die. Doesn't make sense, that sentence, but in my case, it does. Darlene, how you doing, sweetie?
I'm fine.
Did I explode your brain? I think, I'll be honest with you, I think it would be too much if I would continue. Am I right, Brenda?
You're right.
I think we should stop here. And as you get to know me, my main objective is that you know the material very well. So I will spend 1 more session, 2 more sessions with you. But I want you to be excellent. So we'll do 1 more session next week. On Monday, please, I beg you, watch the video of today at least 5 times. From now to Monday. Monday, Brenda and Daniel will go over the stuff again. On Thursday, on next Wednesday, I will go over only billings. I will not review what I did today, assuming you are perfect in that. And then the exam will postpone by 1 week. What do you think, Daniel? That makes sense?
Yes,
Danny.
okay, it does.
Yes. David, what do you think? David. I think we need 1 more. Daniel, take notes. So next time we know that takes the review, we need to spend 3 sessions on review. Okay?
Yes.
It does, because this is really a very heavy, it's like 3 courses in the university, even more, honestly. See, there's a lot of stuff, but it's such a good foundation. Okay? Laura, how are you surviving?
I'm okay.
You surviving?
Yeah.
Good. Don't give up. Hey, Liam, you have a nice haircut. How are you, sweetie?
Thank you. I'm fine.
By the way, tomorrow, Hanoch is going to present a paper he wrote. in a conference of data science. And I was thinking about you. I'm waiting to see you one day presenting a paper. So tomorrow, I was confused. I thought it's going to be today, so I almost canceled the session today, but it's going to be tomorrow. It's a beautiful level to get to in data science. And that's a level you get after you finish artificial intelligence classes, machine learning. And that will be the series that you start after you finish framework for software engineering. So after 6 classes, between 6 to 7 classes, you get to a beautiful level that you can really get a beautiful job and you can really present a paper. That's a very high level. Honestly, my dream one day to see these courses being taught in high school. So when you get to college, so Laura will study economics in a much higher level because she will be able to program the whole things. And you have a limitation now. You use only Excel. You don't use anything besides Excel, unfortunately. Okay? So I think we will stop here. Miriam, how are you doing, sweetie? Well, Dan, how you Dan doing? You doing good, Miriam?
I'm okay, doctor.
Good. Keep working hard. Go over it. What I did today, please, I beg you, 5 times. 5 times watch my video. That means it's about 10 hours. Really. Split it every day, watch it twice or once or twice until next Monday. Come to the class on Monday, ready to ask questions, Brenda and Daniel. Next week on Wednesday, I'll go over the billings, but I'm not going to review what I did today. Okay? And then the following week, we'll do the exam. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Thank you, guys. We don't have enough time. I don't go over the stuff of Brenda. Brenda can show you the stuff she did with Daniel. Brenda, please, next week, when you do the review, show them what you did with Daniel. I was very proud. It's a beautiful level. Okay, have a good one, guys.
Bye, doctor.
Bye.